Part 4. Jesus Christ is the Son of God, Part 4. We're going to go to Matthew chapter 15, which is over here. Look, right here. Here we go, right where I got circle. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You heard that? So it say that Jesus was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's those that was put into captivity and lost in the world, and he was coming to find them. It say then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. And he answered and said, Is it not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs? And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. So, make sure we got my, actually I went a little bit over where I was supposed to go. So now we're going to go to Matthew chapter 21, which would be over here. Okay, we need verse 42. Boom. Hold on, I got this page. Alright. Jesus said unto them, Did ye never read in the scriptures the stone which the builders rejected? The same is become the head of the corner. This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Therefore I say unto you, the kingdom of God shall be taken from you and given to a nation, bringing forth the fruits thereof. And whosoever shall fall on this stone shall be broken, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder. And when the chief priests and Pharisees had heard his parables, they perceived that he spoke of them. But when they sought to lay hands on him, they feared the multitude, because they took him for a prophet. Yeah, he was much more than a prophet. You should have took him for more than that. So now we're going to go to Matthew chapter 24. Bingo. Verse 27. We're going to go to 27, then 29 through 31. I'm just read 27 through 31. It don't even make no sense to skip no verse. So it said, For as the lightning come out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man, which is Jesus, coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Let me see, is this what I was supposed to read? Okay. And the next one, verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. It's talking about the saints, y'all. Those who walk with Christ. So we're going to go to the book of Daniel now. Back to the book of Daniel, chapter 9, which ain't too far from here. I think I just went past it. There it is. It's right after the book of Ezekiel. I always get lost when I get to looking for that book of Daniel. Hey, that book of Daniel deep. I promise you, it's like the revelations before revelations. So now we're going to go Daniel chapter 9, verse bingo right here. Verse 25. We're going to go from 25 to 27. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. See, it's speaking futuristic. This talking about when they gonna restore Jerusalem. So it's in verse 26, and after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood, and unto the end of the war desolations are determined. 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations he shall make it desolate, even unto the consummation, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. So now we're going to go back to the book of Matthew, chapter 27. Yeah. Alright. So we need verse 35. That's where we're going to start this thing off now here. Alright. Verse 35. And they crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. And sitting down they watched him there, and set up over his head his accusation written, This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. Then were there 2 thieves crucified with him, one on the right hand and another on the left. And they that passed it by reviled him, wagging their heads, and saying, Thou that destroyest the temple, and builded it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. Likewise also the chief priests, mocking him with the scribes and the elders, said, He saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe him. He trusted in God. Let him deliver him now, if he will have him, for he said, I am the Son of God. The thieves also, which were crucified with him, cast the same in his teeth. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness all over the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, This man called for Elias. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. The rest said, Let be, let us see whether Elias will come to save him. Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent, and the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose. Y'all hear that? And came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city and appeared unto many. Now when the Praetorian and they that were with him watching Jesus saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, Truly this was the Son of God. And I'm going to end it there. Shalom.